Hello, Aquarius. Thank you so much for being here, you guys, and an early happy birthday to you. All right, Aquarius, you're just basically holding yourself back from something that you know you can take right now. But I think that the fear is because this is something big. This isn't, and I deserve this, I'm going to take it. I didn't know that I could take this, but I'm scared of it. Because this may be like a really big thing that would change your life. So no need to fear. Remember how powerful you are. And then you have Yang. Yang is the male principle here. This is going to be about action, taking action, making something happen. It's also about creativity, where Yin would be more of the feminine, receptive type of energy, allowing things to come in. This is, I need to make it happen. And I think that you know that you have the ability to just take something. But I don't know that this is something that you were going to be expecting to do because of the fear. Now, this one is just saying, be confident, go forward with courage, right? You're more powerful than you think. But it's saying that this may be fear out of habit, though. So it's like as soon as you realize that something's available to you, you have the ability to just take it. You may be looking at it going, well, I've done this before and this is what happened, and that may be where the fear is coming through. But I think that for a lot of you, it's because it's something big. It's like a life changer, right? And that could be new job, new relationship, but whatever the fear is it's holding you back from something that and then I have to wonder if you even realize that you have the ability to just, it's mine now, belongs to me. Now, from Moonology, you pulled communication is key, new moon in Gemini. It says, write a list of all the people you love most and see if you are prioritizing them. It says it's time to tell someone how you feel. Don't be all in your head and not in your heart. Someone is flirting with you. And then it says, read more books. Aquarius, you need to read more books. There you go. That'll fix everything. So with the Four of Wands from being where you're coming from, I think that a lot of you feel like you've made some accomplishments in your life. It's a happy time, right? But there's stability there, though, too, that you've been working toward. Now, with the Knight of Swords, I think it's because of this stability that you are, like, all about going after something. So let's talk about the Knight of Swords. Immediate action, almost abrupt, sometimes hasty. Abrupt, if I could talk right. But sometimes, though, the Knight of Swords will get on that horse without hearing the full story and is just gone. I'm fighting, I'm going, right? Now, this could be about, direct communication. And again, communication is key. But I don't think that it's coming towards you. I think that this is the action that eventually you take. It feels more like a strong conviction of, I am taking the right action. I am not hesitating anymore. And that is what you are faced with, right? But the thing is that action is going to lead to a situation where your life is going to change in a really big way. I don't think that the Tower is a bad thing here. I think that you're going to make a choice that is going to bring everything else down that has not been working in your life. So I'm not seeing the Tower as a bad thing here. I don't think a relationship is falling apart and you're having to deal with harsh communication. So the way that you come into this with judgment, this is going to be about something that you're going to have to review. You have to look at again. Something's being resurrected, brought up, something that you have already, made an assessment on. You've already called it. You've already called it, but it's not over. And with judgment, we're talking about making peace with the past, though, too. And some of you may have been trying to do that. Now, with the Eight of Cups and Nine of Cups in your environment, I think that it's not about walking away from the things that you want. I think it's about you walking away from the things that are not going to bring you the fulfillment that, you may think that you want, but I think that that is kind of changing. Now, on the other hand, this could be, this isn't worth my time and effort. It's not worth my emotional investment. You may be considering moving on from something that you want. But the thing is it's coming back up with judgment. Because with the Nine of Cups, you're talking about happiness, having your wishes fulfilled, feeling like you have everything that you need. So it may be that you feel like, I have everything that could ever make me happy right now. Maybe I should just leave this alone because I can't invest into it. But with the Lovers, you're going to be faced with a major choice here, possibly in a relationship. Major life choice here, big time with the Tower coming out. Now, do you act too quickly though? And that is my worry here. But I'm hoping that with the Knight of Swords, you finally just do it. You do it, and it changes everything. With the Knight of Wands being your advice, that's kind of where I'm at, because this is like, again, the action. Needing to get up and take that action, right? Especially when it comes towards, or when it comes to going towards your passions. But I also look at that and think, don't get so carried away though, too, right? Like, mindful of your actions. If you're going to do this, don't half-ass it, because this is something that is going to blow everything else out, right? Because I always go back to the traditional feeling of the Tower. Sometimes it can be like shock that's happening, right? And something abrupt changing. But the reason why it happens is because what you've been building up wasn't worthy of you in the first place. But I think that you're directly responsible for the Tower moment. But again, it's because of a big choice that's being made. The Seven of Wands being your hopes and fears. This, I think, is why we're looking at the Knight of Swords versus like the King for you, okay? I think that you may be a little bit fearful that there is going to be some opposition, but I don't think that you are willing to back down here, because you're talking about defending yourself, speaking up, using your voice. But I think that you're in a place right now going, I want this, but I can't invest in this. But then everything is like really big coming out. Like, oh my God, it's a huge fucking thing. But being mindful of actions though. So I think that what you expected is what's going to drastically change, because I think that, you know, once all of this changes, because I really think that this is going to be, for a lot of you, a big choice that you're making in your love life, with the Lovers being there. Okay. I think that this may not be something that you want to invest into, because, you know, you may, like, again, right, the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles, you may feel like you have everything that you need. You like your independence right now, but you may be looking back at it with the Three of Wands going, yeah, I remember that, but this is not what I expected. And it changes everything. But then I also think that you're like seeing how a relationship is going to go before you let it fall apart. But I don't know. I still think that this is something that is unexpected for you in a way where it's like it's the game changer, right? Like, I keep going back to that. So first of all, the Ace of Swords. The assessment that you made about this in the past was wrong. That is why it's coming back up again, because the Ace of Swords is saying that you now have new understanding, new clarity. It brings a whole new beginning to you. The problem is that, like I said, I enjoy what I have right now. Financially, you're in a really good spot. You know, you feel happy here with the Nine of Cups, but this could be saying that you could absolutely have something that you have been wishing for that you may not have, you know, wanted to invest in because you already made an assessment on it. But I think it's also because of, you know, where you're at right now in terms of being independent and successful and being happy, right? Why would I want to invest in this even though I have an opportunity to have this? But the Lovers though, man. And then looking at the Three of Wands, I do think that some of you may be in a place here where, and this is only going to be for some of you, and I only say this because of Yang showing up. If you continue to wait for like a situation to collapse, you may lose out. which is why I'm looking at the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands and thinking you need to take action now, right now. You cannot hesitate. But the other part of this, though, too, is I think that, you know, once that tower does kind of like fall apart here and you see like everything that's going on, I think that for some of you, you may be really like ready to go in terms of what the future has to hold here, you know, because we're talking about watching things develop here. I just think that if you reserve yourself and you hold back and you watch a situation here and wait to see how things go, it may not go well for you, right? But the thing is, this is a big thing. It's not small with the Tower and the Lovers. But your issue here is that Knight of Swords, the need to take immediate action with conviction, you know? Now, for some of you, no, it doesn't have to be a relationship here. It could just be, you know, a big choice in what you love, what you put value in. But this is going to change everything. This is changing everything. And I don't think that it was something that you even expected. But I feel like it's in a good way, though. But I think that in terms of fear, it could be, you know, your own personal fear on what you would have to give. Do you even have anything that you can give? Or are you, you know, just happy with what you have and you don't want to give anything? But you're going to have to, you know, either take action toward making this happen and it being something completely unexpected, or, you know, it's going to be that you falter here and don't take the action and things fall apart. But yet you're still waiting to kind of like see. I would just caution you, because everything here is saying that fear is holding you back from taking something that you know you can just like, mine now. But if it is having to do with a relationship, I can understand where the hesitation is coming from. You know, especially if you're in a place where like, it kind of has a feeling of, I don't have a lot left in my heart. You know? Like, I've already experienced the fulfillment that I think that I can get, but man, you ain't seen nothing yet. All right. Teach is saying that I think that once you take action, you're going to learn something here that you're going to be able to, you know, teach yourself to continue to do in big areas in your life. But I also think that you're setting an example for, you know, people that are around you, because Teach is saying that you have experience that others don't. And that information is valuable, but it's only when you start treating yourself better and taking the action that you need to. Like attracts like, if you are longing for more love in your life, you need to be more loving. So basically what that's saying is that if you want to attract what you want, you have to act like you already have it. Embrace your emotions. Don't push down your feelings or judge your emotions. Okay, so clearly there are some emotions that are going to have to be dealt with here before you can start to attract what you actually want versus, you know, what you have experienced. That's kind of what I feel like here. But I keep seeing action popping out. Action, action, action everywhere. Do something. You're going to have to do something. You're going to have to say something. You're going to have to fight for something. But I don't think that that's, you know, a problem. I think that the Seven of Wands may be the fear of the opposition, but the thing is again, you have the higher ground here, right? You can't be opposed in this situation. Everything here is screaming to you, Aquarius, that whatever it is that you want right now, you can just take it. You can take it and you don't have to feel bad about it, but you have to take the action. This kind of reminds me of like fearing the one thing that you wanted the most, because you're so used to being in a place where it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. Well, here you go, surprise, and it's going to change your fucking life. But I don't feel bad about any of this. I don't. But for those of you who, you know, have certain expectations in terms of a relationship, yeah, you're about to be proven wrong in a really big way.